If you're looking for a tire chain that's really easy to get on your tires and simple to tighten down, all you need to do is twist a button, then this is going to be one of the best options for you. Today we got the Pewag Servo Tire Chains on our 2023 Nissan Rogue. Now we're going to have this on our front axle as what the manual recommends, and our tire size is going to be 235, 60, or 18. Now this will fit a variety of different sizes. If you're not sure if this is going to fit your vehicle, what I'd recommend is just putting in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find what's going to be the correct fit for you. This is also going to be great if you're looking for some chains to get you through that moderate snow and ice conditions. And that's only because we have these square links on here. These square links have these hard edges to them, and that hard edge is going to give you that bite through ice and snow. It's also going to have these ridges through the chains, and that's just going to give you an extra little bit of bite as well. We're going to have this titanium alloy steel construction, and what I like about that is these are going to be some chains that are going to last you a long time. It's going to be one of the best materials we have for chains, and we're going to have this diamond pattern. And what that diamond pattern is doing is it's giving us more coverage on the tire, so you're going to get more traction, and it's going to be a lot easier to make those turns. And if you notice, these are some pretty small chains, and these are actually going to be Class S. So what Class S means is they're going to sit really close to your tires, not going to stick up very high, and leave plenty of space to sit underneath your suspension. And that's very noticeable on the back side of our tires. And in the center, we're going to have these coated links, and what this is going to do is if you have any point that is sitting a little bit closer to your rim, it's going to be less likely, if it does make contact, to scratch up that rim. And right next to that, we're going to have the self-tensioning device. And this is pretty neat because the way this works is a lot of times with self-tensioners or assisted tensioner chains, you have to pull on something, but this, you really don't. The most I have to pull on is if I take this out of the tensioning mode, if I pull on this, you notice this gets pretty loose. And this is how you're going to hook it up. But if I want to tighten it, all I have to do is come up here, and it tightens down right into place. These are going to come in a set of 2 in this pretty durable case. What I like about this case is some of them are kind of hard to close and open, but we have these 2 big red tabs on the side that make doing that a lot easier. And in the center, when it's opened up, if I move this out of the way, we have this divider. This divider actually goes a pretty long way because we have your chains being constantly taken in and out of here. A lot of times they can get tangled together or get twisted up. And this is going to help keep everything a little bit more organized. But in my opinion, I think these are a great set of chains if you are looking for something, like I said earlier, that's going to be really easy to put on your tires because we don't have to get underneath our vehicle, and it's going to tighten really easy too. Now another really good option for a self-tensioning chain would be the Pewag Tire Chains. Something this has over that is this self-tensioner. Like I showed you earlier, all I have to do is flip a knob and it tightens right up. With the Pewag ones, I still have to pull on a cord and then that tightening mechanism is going to engage. So this is going to be a simpler version of that. But if you want to see what this process looks like of installing these chains, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through the process. To start off the installation, I'm going to lay out my chains and grab some gloves to make this a bit easier. And if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home, trying this out, because you don't want to have to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. And what I'm doing is mainly just making sure there's no damages to the links and nothing's twisted up. After that, I'm going to make sure it's in the right orientation, making sure that this gray tubing is closest to our tire, and the flat part of these hooks are facing up so they're making contact with the tire itself. Then I like to make sure that at the center we don't have any connections already. Once that looks good, I'm just going to push the chains to the relative sides and push it behind our tire and across. I'm going to have to push it, give it a good push to get it to slide. Make sure you grab everything and lead it through, because you don't want nothing getting stuck behind. There we go. With that done, I like to lay it out make sure everything looks good, nothing's tangled up. Then I'm going to grab the back side, make our connection over here. This one can be a little bit tricky, just because how that hook is shaped and how it goes into here, just like that. Sometimes it goes pretty smoothly, sometimes it can be a little bit of a hassle. And then I'm just going to drag this over the top and make the connection over here. Just running this red hook through this red link until it grabs on. What I also like to do is just double check that this hook didn't fall apart back here, because sometimes that can happen. It feels pretty good. After that, I notice this is hanging a little low, so I'm just going to move this around a bit so it's even on both ends and not making contact with the rim. Now I'm going to go to the bottom and make our connections here. And what this is going to look like is we're going to grab this red device once I get my hands on it and this red hook and try to make our connection. Now right now it's not close enough. I can't get it connect. So what I'm going to do is come over to the self-tensioning device, and I'm just going to try to pull on this a bit. And we also want to make sure that this isn't in drive right now. Once that's done, have a little bit more slack now, and I should be able to make the connection just like that. There's a middle bar you'll just attach this hook to. Secure everything down. And once you're ready, then you can come over here, switch this over to drive just by twisting this. As you hear, it's already starting to tighten down. I even come back through and just pulling on it a few times, tighten it a bit more. And then you can repeat that process on the other side. And then after when both sides are done, I recommend pulling up just a little bit, back a little bit. And that's going to do two things. You're going to be able to check to make sure everything's staying where it needs to be. And it's going to help tighten everything a little bit more and give you the fit that you need. But once you're done with that, you can take it out for a ride. But that's just a look at the Pewag Servo Tire Chains on our 2023 Nissan Rogue. Thanks for watching.